Wesley had no other choice. To protect his deceased brother's wife, Lucy, and her daughter, Emma, from the werewolves trying to break into their house, he had to embrace the beast within. It was a tough decision, but there was no alternative. Before stepping outside, he knelt before Emma and gently took her hands, and said, "No matter what happens, I want you to be brave and strong, just like your father. Promise me." Emma nodded, tears brimming in her eyes. Lucy, however, shook her head in protest. "Wesley, there has to be another way. This isn't right." But Wesley had already made up his mind. Steeling himself, he stepped outside and gazed up at the glowing moonlight. Almost instantly, his body convulsed, bones shifting, muscles stretching, fur sprouting as he transformed into a powerful werewolf. His sharp claws and glowing eyes reflected the moonlight as he let out a deafening roar, and he looked dangerous. The three alpha werewolves that had been trying to force their way into the house turned to face him. A vicious battle ensued, the night filled with snarls and the clash of fangs and claws. Wesley fought fiercely, tearing through his enemies one by one until all three lay lifeless at his feet. Wesley returned to the house, looking dangerous, and he no longer recognizing his own family. He growled menacingly, his wild eyes locking onto Lucy. Overcome with terror, she grabbed a gun, her hands shaking. Lucy starts shouting, "Wesley, please. It's me. You have to fight this." She sobbed, pleading with him to come back to his senses. But her words fell on deaf ears as Wesley prepared to strike. Just as Lucy was about to pull the trigger, the moonlight faded, giving way to the first rays of sunrise. The golden light reflected on Wesley's body, and slowly, his monstrous form began to shrink. His claws retracted, his snarl softened, and within moments, he was human again. Breathing heavily, Wesley stared at Lucy and Emma. Realization, he had almost hurt the very people he had sworn to protect.